Hello chess lovers, Solon here, and in today's video I want to share with you another game from 2021 Hou Yifan challenge. By the way, unlike my previous upload, this one is going to be an interesting game. On the white side is Indian chess grandmaster Rameshbabu Praggnanandhaa, and his opponent is his compatriot, Indian international master, young and talented Aditya Mittal. This game is from round 14 and Praggnanandhaa opened up with e4, to which Aditya Mittal answered with c5 Sicilian defense. Open Sicilian is on the board, and soon neither variation appears on the board. Bishop g5, we see the main line and the classical response e6, f4 knight bd7, queen e2. The other popular alternative is queen f3. Bishop c4 is also popular. In the game we see queen e2. White is preparing castling queenside, and later in some cases, if needed, this queen can also support the advance of the e-pawn or can be useful on the e-file. For example, if you go for a piece sacrifice like knight d5. Queen c7 was black's answer. White castled queenside, b5 a3 stopping b4. Bishop e7, bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6. Knight takes f6 is a safe alternative. In this case, you are keeping the pawn on d6 overprotected with your bishop on e7, but instead we have bishop takes f6 and a standard sacrifice, which is very typical to these type of positions, knight takes b5 followed by Praggnanandhaa. Whenever I see a sacrifice like this, Bronstein's famous game against Miguel Najdorf comes to my mind. Strangely, that game still I haven't published on my channel. Should definitely improve the situation. So, black accepted the piece sacrifice, knight takes b5, queen b8, and knight takes d6 check. Now can you understand why it was important to recapture on f6 with the knight, thus having control over the d6 square? So white is trading off his knight with 3 pawns, right? At the moment, of course, you are exposing your queen side, but if you can calm down the situation, go for several exchanges, in the end game it's going to be extremely difficult to stop these pawns. King f8, e5, bishop e7, h4. White wants to switch his rook into the game from the third rank. Rook h3, bishop a6, queen h5. White is moving away his queen with a tempo. He's creating a mating threat. Check, king g8. And at the moment, let me tell you that I really don't like how black rook on h8 is placed. Of course, it's somehow guarding black king, like in case of h5. You can't create problems for your opponent, but yeah, the rook on h8 is awkwardly placed. Although on the other hand, we also have a queen on h6, which again is not doing much, right? Bishop takes a6, rook takes a6, b4. And bishop takes d6. Seems like that this is a mistake, after which black's position goes down. Stockfish suggests queen a8, giving back a piece and in return winning white pawns. This is a line where black is managing to expose white's queen side and can harass white king using the absence of this white queen. Of course, white has an extra pawn, but the engine gives a total equality. This was a line worth of taking into consideration, of course. Instead, we have bishop takes d6 and e takes d6. Knight d7, rook c3. White is allowing black to win this pawn, this powerful pawn, but in return is penetrating opponent's camp, thus totally paralyzing opponent's army. And there follows c4. Now white pawns will do the job. Queen e7. Meanwhile, black is somewhat trying to play king f7. I don't know, activate his pieces, but there is no time for it, and very confidently white pawns are marching forward. Knight d7, and this is a critical moment. You have to be very careful. Accepting the rook sacrifice is not good. After queen takes c5, suddenly black manages to give a perpetual check. That's why in the game we see b7, e5, f5. At the cost of a pawn sacrifice, Praggnanandhaa is managing to switch his queen into the game. And there comes c6. I really like white pawns. Queen b3 check, king g7, and the knight on d7 drops. I forgot to mention that this was a rapid game. As you know, this tournament was played in a rapid time control. I guess already the players were in a serious time trouble. That's why Black kept on making moves. Meanwhile, the second queen is appearing on the board and just no way to give a perpetual check, you know. After queen takes f4, finally a resignation followed. So this is it, dear chess lovers. Hope that you enjoyed this game. Feel free to share it with your friends as well. And in the end, a chess puzzle for you where the task is to win with the white pieces. As usual, we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in my next video.